Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. My name is Diles Mtanensofwa. I reside at 2929 Kwamwena, Miniwood, Lusaka province, Zambia, where I'm practicing urban homesteading. Urban homesteading is living a simple life, providing 80% of your needs within your premises, and you do these activities in a modern setup like in the inner city. This is where you are practicing urban homesteading. It involves a lot of activities, some of them being growing your own food, keeping small animals, making your own detergents, making your own beauty products, sewing your own clothes. There are a lot of things that are involved in an urban homestead, and as we go through the upcoming videos, I'll be able to share what I'm doing here, the activities, some of the activities that I'm doing here. Probably you may be able to ask me why I chose this path. Anyway, I chose this path because I wanted to follow my passion. I've always wanted to grow something. Each time I was holding a flower or anything, I was imagining growing it. From childhood, I was growing something at least. And I wanted to have a free mind where food was concerned. I also wanted to contribute in the mitigation of the climate change. I also wanted to live a healthy lifestyle. As you know, that you must be able to know what you are putting on the table. I grow my own food. I know where it has come from. I know what I've put in. And it brings me joy, actually, to eat something that I've grown using my own hands. I'm not saying that you can grow almost everything that you need, but if you can afford to do something, even in your little corner or even in your veranda, something like you just grow a bit of vegetables, it will bring you joy to say, okay, this vegetable that I'm eating, I grew it myself and I know what I put in. The other thing, I realized that the basic needs that we need in life, God has already provided for. Allow me to read one verse from the Bible. I'll take a verse from Philippians 4, verse 19. And it says, "And my God who supply every need of yours according to his riches in the glory of Jesus." Already we are assured in the Bible that God has already provided our basic needs. And what are these basic needs? Number one basic need is air. We all know that without air we cannot survive, including the plants. They cannot survive without air. Without oxygen we can't survive, so the plants also cannot survive without carbon dioxide. The second basic need is water. Water is life, and 70% of our bodies are made up of water. This is why most of the time we keep on rehydrating ourselves by drinking some water so that we can rehydrate our bodies. The third one is food. Food is very, very important because it nourishes our bodies. Immunity is boosted through the food that we are eating. And the last but not the least, it's a shelter and protective clothing. You know that we need shelter. In case there are harsh conditions there, we run into our shelter, our houses, where we go and hide. If it's very cold, you'll be in the house and you wear warm clothing. If it's hot, you come out, you sit under a tree. That is also shelter. If we look at all these things, the basic needs, I mean, by basic needs, I mean something that you need to survive. We need air to survive. We need water to survive. We need food to survive. We also need shelter to survive. Sometimes if you're in cold countries like where there's too much ice, can you survive outside? No, you can't. So we need shelter to survive. So like just I read in Philippians 4 verse 19, all these things, if you think critically, God has already provided. All these things God has provided. So in this, today I'm going to have a garden tour, what I'm doing at my property here, an urban homestead. I'm going to take you through, today we are going to go through the fruit trees that I've planted. And then the consequence videos, I'll talk about the other activities that I'm doing. But for today, we can tour the fruit trees that I've planted. And before I tour the garden, let me be quick to tell you that this whole place is about 1,200 meters squared. The house and other small buildings which are within the building have taken out about 600 meters squared. So if you take out the concrete paving and the pool, the growing area is about 200 meters squared, as you are going to see for yourself. Before I even take you through the tour of my garden, highlighting the fruit trees, let me also read Ecclesiastes 2. Ecclesiastes 2 verses, just a minute, Ecclesiastes 2 verse 4. And this is what it says: I made great works. I built houses and planted vineyards for myself. I made myself gardens and parks and planted in them all kinds of fruit trees. This was Solomon the Great. Welcome to 2929 Kwamwena as we go through all the fruit trees that I've planted in a 200-meter square yard. This place is divided into 4 zones. There is zone 1, 2, 3, and 4. I divided the zones according to the time that I planted the fruits. So zone 1 has got the fruits which were planted early. This is a lemon tree. This was the first tree that we planted in this yard. In fact, it was planted even before we shifted here, and it has been producing tons and tons of lemons. Behind the lemon tree, we have bananas that we have introduced. Behind here, there are bananas. As you can see, one of them is even fruiting. This is the banana that is fruiting. Oh, there's another one here that is fruiting, just near the fence. So after this, after the lemon tree, we have the mulberry tree here. From the mulberry tree, a grapevine. We just finished picking some grapes. We picked a lot of them this season. Away from the grapes, we can also enjoy the shade that this grapevine provides. This is supposed to be a bed where I grow vegetables. Because this is the rainy season, I decided to put some corn. And we have a papaya tree here. This is a papaya tree. There we have sugarcane. Sugarcane here. Another papaya tree. We are still in zone 1. This is called papadilla. The person who sold me this said that it's a grafting between granadilla and the papaya. So I've never seen the fruits. This is the first time I'm going to see the fruits when they start fruiting. It's called papadilla. We're still in zone 1. We have a fig tree here. This is a fig tree. It also produces some fruits. Then we have bananas. Bananas, I've got about 7 different types of bananas in this yard. Then we have this smaller tree here, which is in between the bananas, is called a cherimoya fruits. Behind there, sugar cane. This is a mango tree. Mango trees were also the very first to be planted in this yard. Another mango tree in zone 1. This is also a banana tree that is fruiting, still in zone 1. This is the zone 2 of this urban homestead. This is a mango tree. This mango bears what we call big mango. And then this side we have another fig tree, which is just between the banana tree and the papaya that side. That's another papaya tree. Then we have a banana here which is fruiting. This is another kind of banana. Then bananas again, and the papaya tree this side. Then we'll have Washington marvel. This is a orange tree called Washington marvel, and this orange tree, as you can see, has a lot of fruits. So after the orange tree, we have this guava tree. This is the only tree that is in the yard as a guava tree. There are a lot of guavas on the ground. People are fed up of eating guava, so we just make guava jam most of the time. And then this is another banana circle. These are local bananas. We are still in zone 2. This is also, they are giant bananas which are fruiting, the local bananas. Between the bananas, there is another orange tree, another Washington marvel. This is another orange tree, and then pomegranate. This is a pomegranate tree. Then there is another banana circle here, and a mango tree that side. Then banana circle again, giant bananas, the local ones. And then I have this giant tree. This is called waterberries or black plums. In our local language we call it misiniga. This is a giant tree. This is one of the very first trees that we planted in this yard. Then in the buckets, the kind of fruits that we are growing in the buckets are strawberries. These are strawberries. Still in zone 2, we are growing a lot of strawberries. This is the end of zone 2. This is zone 3. We have bananas again, and this is hibiscus tree. This is also another banana tree. Then we have avocado this side. This is one of the avocado trees. I just opened up zone 3, so most of the fruit trees are young fruit trees. This whole area was an area where we were reserving it for leisure, and it had grass, a very nice lawn. This is papaya tree. Then there is a peach tree here, Then These are plums. Plums. We just planted this tree. Plums. I've just opened up this area to be an orchard. Loquat. This is loquat. These are loquats. This is a tree for loquat. Then there's avocado here. Then mulberry here. Then another plum tree. Then another peach tree. Then another avocado tree with a lot of avocados. These are the avocados that we have at the moment. You can see the fruits. A lot of avocados. It's very heavy with fruits. This is another avocado tree which is heavy with fruits. Then we have another hibiscus tree here. This is another hibiscus tree. Pomegranate. There is even a fruit here which is coming up. Pomegranate. Oh, there are these other big ones here. The bigger fruits, they are in here. Pomegranate, bigger fruits, they are in here. You can see. Then since I just opened up this new space, this is apple tree, red apple tree. I don't know if you call pumpkin a fruit, whether it will be a fruit or a vegetable. This is where I have a lot of pumpkins growing. One of them is here. So a bigger pumpkin here. Here. Tubers, we've got this Mexican sweet potato. This is a Mexican sweet potato. Then this is the Zambian sweet potato. This is a Zambian sweet potato. Zambian sweet potato. Then we have cassava here. This is also a tuber, one of the tubers. I must be first to say that for the Zambians, we eat both the tuber and the leaves. The leaves are used as vegetables. Even for sweet potatoes, the leaves also are used as vegetables. This is a pumpkin that is growing here. I have some pumpkins which are growing here. Another one here. Another one here. So these pumpkins, we didn't actually plant them. These were the seeds that we were throwing after eating the pumpkins. In a system like the one that I've put here, most of the times, the year 1 you will be able to plant. Year 2, the annuals will come on their own. This is what is happening here. These pumpkins, we never even planted them. They are just coming up on their own. Another pumpkin here. Then this is Indian lime. This is Indian lime. Another pumpkin here. This is another apple tree. This is another apple tree. This is a pear tree that we just planted. Another pear tree here. Another pear tree. This is another orange tree. This is another orange tree. And there is another banana here. This is the end of zone 3. As I said, zone 3 is just a new area that we just opened up. This is a new area for zone 3. So this is the end of the fruit trees, the tour of the garden, looking at the fruit trees that we have planted in this yard. We have about 21 different fruits that are growing in here. I have another project where I'm trying to grow pineapples in buckets. I hope this will be a successful project, and once successful, I'm going to continue growing them in buckets. Just like I'm growing strawberries in the buckets, I also want to try growing pineapples in buckets. This is the first time this loquat tree has produced fruits. First time to produce, and there are a lot of loquats on this tree. Wow, we are going to enjoy eating these loquats. Thank you to God who has the provision for us to have plenty food. All what we need is to plant, and then God is going to do the rest. Just like he said in Genesis, he said that I'm going to give you seed. Everything, every fruit that bears seed will be food for you to eat. And this is living testimony. As you can see, we just planted and God did the rest. And then there is a lot from one seed. There are too many fruits. Happy years are coming where we'll be harvesting tons and tons of fruits from this tree. So there you go, viewers. I hope you enjoyed the garden tour of the type of fruits that we have grown in a 20 by 20 space, or 200 meters squared. Just to refresh your minds, there are about 22 types of fruits that we have grown in this yard. There is bananas, 7 types. Oranges, there are 2 types. There is guava, there is papaya, there is cherimoya, there are figs, pomegranate, loquats, avocados, mango trees, blackberries, lemons, grapes, papadilla, strawberries, pineapples. Pineapples are also grown in buckets. Sugarcane, plums, pears, apples, cucumbers and pumpkins. I grow as I go. I've also attempted to grow watermelon, but they grew well, and we ate some, but they need larger space, so I've abandoned that project. I'm looking forward to the time when I'll have more land to grow watermelons, or if there are other ideas, if you've got ideas of growing watermelon in a limited space like this one, please share your ideas. Thanks to you viewers for having gone through with me in this garden tour. Give my video a thumbs up, and please remember that God has made this provision. In Genesis, he made this provision when he was handing us the Garden of Eden. He handed us the garden, and all we need is just to grow the plant, and then God will do the rest. And then we'll have plenty to eat. So in the next videos, I'll be able to show you the harvest, what we'll be harvesting as we go. Enjoy your time. Thanks for being with me. And please don't forget to subscribe and leave your comment below.